I love this book so much. I kind of like it. Hello everyone, hope you're doing well. It is the 2nd of September today, and I thought I have to start this vlog today, otherwise it will never happen. This is gonna be, I'm sorry, you're on like a shaky, sorry, you're on like a shaky table. There's no way of making it sturdy, I do apologise. This is gonna be my first vlog, and it's also gonna be my first ever like autumnal thing I'll do. I am not at all an autumn person or like a Halloween person whatsoever. I'm more of a spring person at heart. Like my happiness is when springtime, late March, when it gets like nice and breezy and sunny and the evenings start getting brighter. That's kind of my sweet spot. But I feel like as a reader, you kind of have to like autumn. I feel like it's just in the job role. Do you know what I mean? And this year I find myself really excited for autumn. And I don't know if that's maybe like my coping mechanism because summer's going away and I'm like, no. I went to meet up with my friends the other day, and my friends are autumn obsessed. They love autumn, they love Halloween. My friend Kirsty does like boo baskets. My friend Natalie's flat and Halloween is just like Pinterest goals. And while I love them for that, that was never like me. But we met up the other day and we went to TK Maxx and they were so excited about all the Halloween and autumn stuff. I feel like it kind of rubbed off on me a little bit. I messaged them after and I was like, I feel like you guys have rubbed off on me because now I just want to be autumnal. I've had a book slump all through August, so I feel like for the first time, like, oh my god, I actually am excited to read again. Because of the vibes, I feel like summer's such a hard time to enjoy reading. I've seen so many people have book slumps recently. There's just so much to do. Like summer's just, I don't even know what I did, but I was so busy. It's just like such a busy time. This is gonna be like my cozier side of the year. But yeah, so today I have a pretty chill day. I want to fill out my book journal, which I haven't filled out since, I want to say like May. I bought this last year and I really enjoyed filling it in. I started to like put stickers in and I was really enjoying like writing in it. And then I got Fable. And now everything I do is on Fable. Everything I read and like keep track of is on Fable. Like my reviews are on there. But I feel like I really want to start getting back into writing in the book journal because I feel like it's such a difference. Writing in a book journal, knowing that no one's going to see it. Whereas on Fable, I'm aware that like a review people might see. This is more for me, so I can look back. It's a bit more of like a diary entry. And I feel like I'd go a bit more ham, like in this. If I didn't like a book, I'd be a bit more like, I hate this book. Whereas on Fable, I'm more like, yeah, the writing was disappointing and you know, the characters would like try, you never go, I hate this book. I read this earlier, it's my review of The Cruel Prince. And at the beginning I'm like, the writing isn't great, I think the characters are so non-characteristic, and then at the end I just put, I hate this book. Which I would never put on Fable, so I would really like to get into writing in this. I think, oh yeah, I did House Moving Castle, and then I did nothing. And House Moving Castle was the first book I read this year, so I have not been writing any reviews. I've been keeping track. I have any bodies, I did that. Oh, okay, I did have any bodies, and then I just, yeah, give up. So that's my plan for today. I want to go through all the books that I've read so far this year and just write like a little diary entry. I just feel like on Fable, I never look back on my reviews. I never look back and see what I wrote. Oh, this is so cute. This journal comes with like, at the end you can put characters I want to remember, desert island books, book wish list, book club suggestions, and I've put characters I want to remember: Zayden Ryerson, Violet Sorrengale, Feyre and Rysand, Sigale and Tarn. That's so fun. And Kingfisher and Saris. Is it Saris? I think it's Saris because it's that like bay pay sort of thing. But in my head when I was reading Quicksilver, I was reading Saris because I just feel like that sounds a little bit nicer. If you're wondering what that noise is, I have no idea. So my plan for today is to fill this in, put on maybe some like cute vibe autumny music, put some candles on, maybe go for a walk because I need to like get my steps in, and basically just read as well for the rest of the evening. I don't really have plans. I'm going out tomorrow in the day, so today's gonna be like my stay-at-home day. I also would like to watch maybe a few more episodes of Fear I've been watching Fear. I've only recently gotten into anime and and I am having the best freaking time. So cute. It's slowly becoming like one of my favorite shows I've ever seen. What I'm loving about it as well, it's like slowly transcending its genre do you know what I mean? Like it's becoming less of just like an anime and more of just a really good show that I would recommend whether you like anime or not. So, and I've just found out that season 2 comes out in January next year. So that is something to look forward to, because January and February can absolutely do one. I hate those months. They're so depressing. So that is actually something to look forward to. Wait, hold on. I actually totally forgot that I even read this book this year. That's crazy. Where the Dark Stands Still. This took me so long to read. This is actually a good book if I wanted to carry on reading it, because I DNF'd it. This book took me so long to read. I think I started reading it, I want to say like at the end of January. No, it says 5th of February. And it says date never finished. Yeah, I think I started reading this at the beginning of the year. I got to 50%. I got really, really bored. And if I remember correctly, I went back to it. I read another like 20 to 30%. Started enjoying it. And then again, it got really boring. So I didn't finish it. Wow. I'm going to put need to finish. I literally feel like I only have like 20, maybe 50 pages left or something like that. But I would like to finish it. It's by a Polish author. I'm originally from Poland, so I do feel like I owe it to my fellow Polish person. I don't even know why it was boring. I remember that it was like Polish or like Slavic folklore. I did like the writing. I think the problem I had with it was the plot just wasn't really going anywhere. And like the mystery, I remember was, oh my god, it's just coming back to me. Yeah, I remember the mystery was just so, you like, I don't know, there's like a mystery about a character who the main male character knew before. You don't really care, like you don't really wanna, I don't know, you don't really wanna know, do you know what I mean? Like, anyway, need to finish that. You know the hat I was wearing in yesterday's video? Yeah, that's gone. I was on the bus to see my mum. Yeah, I left it on the bus. And I didn't even realise that I was missing it until I was packing up to like go home. And I realised I didn't have it. I'm so upset. I love that hat. I only got it recently, but I loved it. I even waited for everyone to get off the bus so I can look for it under every seat, because I thought, what if it's the same bus? But it was not the same bus. I was also editing the footage from yesterday, and I realised that I didn't actually tell you what I'm reading in this vlog. Pro YouTube behaviour right there. What I'm reading right now is the sequel to Belladonna, which is Foxglove. I read Belladonna a few days ago. It was the first book I read after my book slump that wasn't a reread, because I reread Bride for the second time. Then I went to Belladonna, which was the first book I read after my book slump. It was so good that I jumped straight into the sequel, and I never usually do that. I usually, when I'm reading like a series, I have like a break and I'll go into something else and then I'll carry on reading the other book in the series. But I was so intrigued with the cliffhanger in Belladonna that I was like, oh, I'm just going to read it now because I'm really enjoying it. It's not too heavy. I feel like a lot of series can get quite heavy with like plot and everything, so you kind of feel like you need a break, whereas Belladonna wasn't really that. It was more like a nice, eerie, spooky, like funny enough, subconsciously, Belladonna is such a spooky read. Yeah, so subconsciously, it was like I was prepping myself for this time of year, which is what we're all about right now. It's basically, if you've ever read or watched the film The Secret Garden or read the book, it's so similar. It's crazy similar, but not in like a distracting way, in a way that the writer just took The Secret Garden and made it into something else that's really likable, which I really like because it kind of felt like it was coming from a place of she loves The Secret Garden and she just wanted to write her own version of it. It seemed like a passion project, like she loved it so much she just wrote a book that was her own. But it is very similar. It's got all the same characters. Like, it's got the orphan girl who's the main character, the distraught widowed uncle who takes her in because she was a relation of her aunt, that was his wife. You've got two cousins, but one of them's ill, so you've got the sick cousin. You've got the sweet governess that takes her in and is really nice to her, and you've got the stable boy. You've got other characters like Death, another uncle. There's a really great mystery. If you want like a gothic mystery with ghosts, it is supernatural. Yeah, it definitely is like a romantasy, I would say. It's not romantasy in the sense that it's set in like a different world. It's just got like supernatural elements, but it's very much set in like the normal world. It's just like a period piece, but basically with a bit of supernaturalness. The second book that I'm reading now, without spoiling anything, it was a bit slow to start because I feel like it was taking its time to like basically catch you up on what happened in the last book, but I read it straight away, so I didn't need that, you know what I mean? What page am I on? I am enjoying it immensely, but only just. I'm on page 132, but we've just had a really big plot twist. I just feel like this book is forgetting little details from the previous book, but we can just forget that, you know what I mean? And sometimes that's the only point that matters, you know, regardless of like, you know, all the other stuff that's kind of important as well. But you know, sometimes you can just like a book and it's fine. Really enjoying Foxglove. Would like to do a TBR prompt video. There's this book that has just come out that looks really cute. I really want to read it. It's got like Gilmore Girls vibes, so that might be added. I don't know, I'll have a think tonight. I'm going to read a bit more of a book. I'll have a think tonight, and then tomorrow I might film that, but it's going to be like a themed TBR where we're trying to get through things, okay? And then you'll know first because I'll tell you, and then I'll edit and post the video of my TBR for the month. I'm going to leave you now. I'm gonna go to bed. I'm gonna go. Does that work? Can you see me? Can you see me? Natini! I have filmed so many videos today. I'm actually sick of it. I'm watching Heather's Bookshelf. I love her. I have picked my TBR for this month. We have a cute TBR sandwich. You know how I said I want to finish a few like series this month that I'm in the middle of, so that's exactly what we're doing. And this is my physical sandwich. Battery's gonna die, fuck's sake. I'm gonna be super quick. Yeah, so physical books, we have One for My Enemy by Olivia Blake. It's a Romeo and Juliet witch sort of retelling, I think. We also have second one in the Fireborn trilogy. I'm really looking forward to this. I also then have The Summer I First Saw You by Elizabeth O'Rourke. This is meant to give, I don't know if it's meant to give, I'm manifesting that it's meant to give problematic summer romance vibes. This is like age gap romance, brothers, best mate, yeah. And it's super short, so I thought it'd be perfect to like, basically the sandwich system, okay, let me tell you, is that I'm gonna read a big fantasy that's a part of a series, Fearless. I've not read that yet. Did I mention that? I don't know. And then in between, I have a cute little, like, you know, cute little book to have in the meantime. So yeah, we have Olivia Blake, One for My Enemy, this one, Flamefall, and then we have Fearless. Ow. Fearless by Lauren Roberts. I haven't read this yet. Again, I don't know if I mentioned this. I can't remember what I've said already. But I haven't read this yet because I've had 2 massive spoilers for this book. Really annoying. It put me off of reading it because I basically know like 2 massive plot twists. Like big plot twists. Like I basically know exactly how it ends. Or exactly where certain characters end up. Anyway, really annoying. So that's my physical TBR for the month. And also I have Such Sharp Teeth by Rachel Wilson, Daughter of the Moon Goddess by Sue Lin Tan, Living with a Vampire's Total Chaos or something like that. I'll put it up on screen. I don't know if I'll stick to it, but I'm going to vlog this whole month, so if you stick around, you might find out if I change my mind or not. Probably will. I'm just like that. My battery is gonna die, so I'm gonna go get ready for bed because I'm actually sick of filming. And I'll see you for reading time. Reading/bedtime. Oh, Foxglove. Oh my god, I forgot to update you. Foxglove just got so juicy. Oh my god, I'll tell you later. So good. I don't like it. I don't. I'm so sorry. I just don't like it. It's so... This is so frustrating. It's so annoying being an indecisive reader anyway. Trying to pick a book to read is really hard. The fact that I just come out of a book slump really doesn't help me. Basically in July and August, I had a really bad book slump for like 2 months. And I've only just started to really read again, like fully. And Belladonna actually helped me with that. It was such a good book. I would still recommend it, but I don't even know how. I just feel because I've come out of a book slump, I feel very fragile. And if I push myself too hard to read something I really don't want to read, I'm gonna just go right back, because that's actually how my book slump started in the first place. I was reading Power Play by Chelsea Curto. I was powering through it, wasn't enjoying it, had one of the tropes that I really hate, but I thought I wanted to finish it basically because I was reading the series, and I pushed myself so hard to read it. It sounds so dramatic, I know, but I pushed myself so hard to read it that I actually gave myself a full-on book slump, and I didn't want to read or pick up any book, so I just didn't. Where does this go? How cute. I've got new ones because I ran out. So I think it's going to be a DNF for me. I started to read Beautiful Venom because I saw it in Tesco and I wanted to buy it, but I remember that it's on Kindle Unlimited, so I downloaded it on Kindle Unlimited because I thought I'm not really enjoying Foxglove, so I'll maybe start like a dark romance, hockey dark romance book, and I can read them at the same time. But I've got to the same number of pages in Beautiful Venom as I did in Foxglove, and I haven't carried on with Foxglove, and I don't feel like the need to pick it up. So that kind of has solidified it for me. The reason why I don't like it is because the first book, Belladonna, focuses on Signa, the main character, is trying to unravel a mystery in the house of her aunt dying, whether she was murdered or whether she wasn't murdered, who would have been a suspect, how they would have done it. There's a really good mystery and it's really interesting. The end result in the book is really worth reading it, if you know what I mean. The plot twists were great. I didn't see them coming at all. But the problem with this one is we're doing the same thing again, which it's not fun anymore, if you know what I mean. Like, it's the second book, and again, it's a whole new mystery for Signa to figure out, but it's the same circumstances. Like, it's a mystery of who poisoned who and finding out the culprit. It's just basically the same thing again. The writer has just added a new character, which does give the first book a more of a backstory, which is really interesting, because I did enjoy that. Like, I liked having the backstory of the first one. The first one didn't really go into the magic system or the supernatural side of it, like the history of stuff like that. Whereas this one does go into it, but it's just so boring. If you've ever read One Dark Window or Two Twisted Crowns, the sequel to that is so much better than the first one, because in the sequel, characters from the first one get such good storylines and their characters get developed even more, whereas this one doesn't do that. I'm actually having... The reason why I'm sat on the floor is because I'm having a bit of a clear out. I want to basically fill these bookshelves with books that I have read, which isn't a lot, like physical books. So I have some books here. I've emptied these two bookshelves. I basically want that to be my TBR cart of stuff that I want to read and will be reading at some point. And then I want this to be books I've read that I can look at and appreciate that I've read them. Yeah, so that is basically my plan. But unfortunately, I have more books that I haven't read than books that I have read. This is my pile of books that I have read, which is pretty, that's impressive. I read all that. Oh my god. And I've also read these. These are the hardbacks that I read. And this is the manga that I read, which also I want to put on the shelf. And then everything else is books that I haven't read, which is terrifying. So Beautiful Venom is my first dark romance. I've never read dark romance before. I thought I had. I haven't really. I was so freaking surprised. Like, you know, people always say check your trigger warnings? I did, but I didn't really know what they meant. Like, I'm not well versed in the terms of like dark romance lingo. I don't really know what it meant. And I was like, it doesn't sound too bad. Everything's kind of okay. Let's just get into it. Because it's a hockey romance, I thought, blah. I kind of have read... No, I've never actually read dark romance. I thought I had because I read the Neon God series by Katie Roberts, and I really enjoyed the books that I read from that. I haven't read all of them, but I didn't want to. And the books that I have read, I really liked, so I thought it's going to be that kind of vibe. Was I wrong? I could not have been less prepared, but I'm still reading it, so I must be enjoying it on some level. Oh, these are the books actually that I'm just talking about. Radiant Sin, Electric Idol. Love those. Actually, I didn't love them. I loved Neon Gods. That was a great book. These were okay. I liked the... Which one did I like? I didn't like this one so much. This one was a bit boring. I liked this one, but it was a bit... Oh, I actually don't want to do this at all. I don't know. I feel like I've made a mess. I feel like I've made it worse. Because I had a system and it was fine, and now I've ruined it.
3 hours later.
Okay, so I have my Elsie Silvers, my Millie Parks, and then just a random book. Yep. And then I have my hardbacks, and then I have my mangas, and then I have like fantasy and dragons with Little My. And then I have my cart, which is just gonna be random. I have like romances and sports romance, fantasy, and then just random books. So I'm pretty happy. I really want to get some fake candles because obviously I do burn real candles, but one, they run out all the time, and two, I don't want them close to my books, and I'm really tempted to get some, so I might do that and then just put them around. But I'm going to read now. I'm going to try and finish Beautiful Venom, so let's get on with that. I haven't read a book this fast in such a long time. This actually feels really good. It feels wrong because it's like bleh. But it also feels really fun to just be reading this fast again. I literally haven't read like this for such a long time. Probably the whole of the summer. Which is quite sad. But I kind of like him now. A little bit more. I think I kind of get... I'm kind of starting to get where these characters are having like a moral soft center. I mean, these are really dark characters and they are very horrible. But I'm really enjoying her writing. And I think it's interesting, the more I read it, the more I realize, even though it's really dark and really questionable, I can see not necessarily like redeeming qualities in these characters. Definitely her. She has a lot of redeeming qualities, even though her choices are a bit, whoa, really? I hate that. Do you ever just watch stuff on YouTube? I still find that she has so many questionable, no, not questionable, redeemable qualities. And I think the thing I'm seeing, actually, this is my point that I'm making. We got there. Is you're seeing more of the background of these characters, and from their background, from their surroundings, I can kind of see how these people would be the way that they are and not have any other option of being any other way, which I'm finding quite interesting. I'll tell you that. It kind of sets itself in its own world, I think. So in that sense, I'm finding it easier to read as I go along. I think I'd love to read more of her books. I'm really enjoying her writing, and I'm really enjoying her way of showing you characters. And I love when books have a really good pacing, not just in terms of like plot and storyline, but I love when books are paced well, where you get information at the right specific times. I love that. I feel like that's really important for me as someone who doesn't have a great attention span. I feel like getting information at precisely the right time that you should and meant to get it really helps me stay interested in the story and makes it easier for me to read. I don't know if that's the same for you, but yeah, I just don't stay with things as easily as other people, I don't think. That's why I kind of DNF a lot of books, but this is giving me information I need, specifically about characters, at the right time, and I feel like I'm getting to know these people at a really good pace. So yeah, I'm having the best time. I'm not gonna lie to you. Ah, I kind of love him, but I kind of also think he's just the worst person in the world. His friends are no, bleh. But he, I love her. The main character is a big freaking yes from me. She's really cool. I love her. Listen to this. So they're at the club and she's there with another guy and she's trying to make him jealous, and he literally kicks the other guy down and she tries to run away to be like, oh, I'll just find someone else. And then he goes, I yelp as he throws me over his shoulder and walks out of the club. I love this book so much. Me and this. Yeah, we're like this now. I'm on page 310. I'm 64% in. Just having the best time. I'm finding it hard right now to express my love for this. I'm loving her writing. I've been meaning to read her books for such a long time, and I can't believe it's taken me this long. But I also kind of feel like it's the perfect time of year to be getting into dark romance books. So I freaking love when they try to make the guy jealous. And the thing is, right, he could kill a man. Like, genuinely could kill somebody. I just didn't know. I just didn't know it could be this good. I wish I knew earlier. I just love every character.
Even though I hate them.
I'm having like a whole new altering brain chemistry mushing experience right now. If I had read this a month ago, I probably would never have been in the book slump. But alas, we are reading it now. But that's okay. I thought I liked Jude, but I don't. He seems a bit suspicious to me. He seems a bit dodgy. I mean, they all do, but I just mean in terms of like the kind of mystery of the book. He seems a bit icky. I won't tell you if I'm correct or not because that will be a spoiler. But I think he's icky. Something smells about that boy. Preston, wow. I've never read a character like that. Just literally really like so damaged. I'm worried about him, to be honest. I just keep waiting for someone to say something nice. I think I need to stop. I think I just need to accept and move on. I'm gonna carry on because he just kidnapped her and I really want to know what happens. Cute. I can't believe we did it. We finished Beautiful Venom this morning, actually. Yeah, this morning. You know in books people say, he ruined me for other men. I feel like this book ruined me for other books. I'm just so happy to be having this feeling again. I haven't had this feeling in such a long time. I've been in a book slump for such a long time. And even though I enjoyed like Belladonna and reading Bride again, that was great. I'm about to write about it in my journal because we're doing that again. We're getting back into it. I want to basically be a bit more present with reading because that was one of the things that actually put me in a book slump. So yeah, I want to be a bit more present. I will tell you a little bit of the plot for Beautiful Venom because I don't think I have, because I didn't actually know what was going to happen. And I won't spoil anything, but we're basically following a girl called Dahlia. And Dahlia's parents die when she's very young. She gets put into a care system where she gets through different foster families. None of them are very nice to her. Then she gets put into a family that is fostering another girl called Violet, and they become really close and they decide to escape together. At some point in the story, something happens to Violet, and when the book starts, Violet is in a coma and she was attacked, and the only lead that Dahlia has was in Violet's diaries. She wrote about this secret organization and these rings that they wear. So she decides to infiltrate this secret organization, and Kane Davenport is like the prince of that organization. His dad is like really high up. He himself is really high up, but he's not like a full member because obviously he has to be a certain age. She basically tries to like seduce him to get her initiated into this group so that she can find out more about her sister and what happened to her. So yeah, you're just kind of going on Dahlia's journey to finding out what happened to Violet and how everyone is involved. There's so many great plot twists that I did not see coming. I don't know if this is Rina Kent's writing. I've heard only good things about Rina Kent, but I felt while reading this the most interactive I felt with a book. That sounds really like, I don't know, but I just felt like you as a reader constantly have to find ways of liking the characters, right? It's not done for you. When you read a romance, like it's a given, you like the character because it's written down for you. Whereas with these, I kind of felt like I had to put in the work. I had to be a bit more understanding, I guess, and forgiving, and just like be along for the ride. And I really love that. The way it also sets up other storylines is really subtle but really like enticing. I cannot wait for book 2 because I really want to know the two characters in this book, where they go. So I basically rated it 5 stars. I couldn't fault anything in it. I couldn't fault the writing. It was really beautifully written. The pacing was excellent. The characters were extremely well developed. If you are getting into dark romance, I think you should read Lights Out first and then maybe go into this. I feel like Lights Out is a really good book to read if you want to get into dark romance, but you haven't done it before, because Lights Out is full of comedy and it is genuinely really funny. So it's like that juxtaposition of humor and dark romance. So you kind of at times forget that you're reading a dark romance because it is so funny. Yeah, I don't think I would go first into this. I'm actually thinking of completely getting rid of my TBR and just reading Rina Kent books. But again, I'm having that fear that I always have when I read a book by an author and I love it so, so much that I'm genuinely terrified that anything else I read I won't like. I don't know what I'm going to read next because I feel like this is such a random thing for me to read. It completely took over. Like, this was not even near my TBR this month, but I just saw it, and you know, if you've been in a book slump and you finally like just find a book that you like want to read, you grab onto it and you just hold on because it's like you might not get that feeling, you know what I mean? And it's just rare. So I'm so glad I listened to myself and just put it on and read it. But now I really don't know what to read because a lot of the stuff in my TBR is kind of cutesy. Like, I have a YA, which I really don't want to touch. I don't know. I kind of want to read this, but I feel like I can't just go from this to this. Like, it's just not, you know what I mean? It's not, I don't know. I feel like I need something else. I do have the whole of the Legacy of God series on my Kindle that is just kind of looking at me. It's just kind of like, hey, you have a lot of Rina Kent books here. Maybe you should like read them. I don't know. I'm going to write my little note now in my notebook about the book I've just read. I am still catching up and I'm trying to transfer all my things from Fable into here. I'm hopefully going to be done by the end of the week. It is Thursday, so you know. And I'm kind of like, that's pretty good. I'm really proud of myself. Anyway, I'm going to do that and then I'm going out later. So I'm probably going to include the book I'm reading next in the next vlog. Thank you so much for watching if you have stayed around, and thank you for watching my first vlog. I hope I did well. And yeah, thank you for watching. I hope to see you again, and I hope you have a really good reading day. Sending you good vibes. Bye!